this latest round of results is really impressive because it's quite a large step out. So we in May we had a release out on a couple of holes that extended the strike length quite a bit, and this is a 400-meter step out from that again. So big gap in between, but yet it shows a really wide, good grading zone.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. Joining me once again is Jim McDonald. He's the CEO of Kootenay Silver. And Jim, great to have you back again. How are you?
I'm great, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And more promising new drill results out from the Columba project. And again, focusing on the D vein, which is turning into be quite the story for you and the company.
Yeah, it certainly is. This latest round of results is really impressive because it's quite a large step out. So we in May we had a release out on a couple of holes that extended the strike length quite a bit, and this is a 400-meter step out from that again. So big gap in between, but yet it shows a really wide, good grading zone way out there, and takes the entire strike length of that D vein from up to 1,080 meters now. At the beginning of this program, it was only 450 meters.
Is surprising to you?
Well, it's surprising in a way. These are the hopes and expectations we had for the D vein, but you never know it. And quite often these veins don't have that kind of continuity. But getting back to what we've said many times before about these vein systems is you're going to have some key structures in the entire vein district that really make up the bulk of your ounces. So this latest hole is really showing us that the D vein is probably one of those key structures for Columba.
Yeah. So obviously you've got some gaps in between now. Is that sort of what the drilling is doing now, is trying to continue closing some of that gap? Because as you mentioned, 400 meters is a pretty large step out. And so there's obviously, you want to find out what's in between.
Yeah, we do. So big step out, like a 98-meter interval of real good grade there with true high grade over 38 meters of that, and 400 meters away from the closest hole at that elevation. Now, remember, as we go deeper in this system, very classically, it gets better grade. So we're still wide open to depth. So we're doing two things, Steve. We're doing some infill in between the large gaps, but right now we're actually going deeper again on our better looking, our higher grade intercepts. Like under this hole, we're going quite a bit deeper again to see how far it goes. And then back to the northwest on a previous hole where we had 17 meters of about 17, or sorry, almost 10 meters of 1,700 grams per ton silver. That is our deepest hole on the project to date, and we're cutting under that by at least 100 meters deeper. So we're looking to keep expanding actually right now. That's more of the focus. We are going to have to fill all these large gaps, but right now we're so wide open in various directions that we're just doing some pretty big step outs to find the limits.
Yeah. And just, the whole idea here is that resource update. And so does, the more you can sort of expand, I would guess, would be beneficial for what the eventual next goal is, or next stage of the project is.
Yeah, yes, precisely. So, first let's find the edges of this particular zone on D vein.
Yeah.
Then start to infill, and then start to go after the other targets. All with the
Yeah.
objective of getting to that maiden resource, of course.
Absolutely. And I know that's something you're working hard towards. I really appreciate your time. It's fascinating stuff. And every news release comes up with something new and unexpected and interesting for sure. So, Jim, thanks so much. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you, Steve.
All right, Jim McDonald, the CEO of Kootenay Silver.